Welcome, beautiful beings of light, radiant beings of divine love. How are you all doing? So, this journey of April continues, and we have some more exciting developments in store for us. So, we shall see what transmission would like to come through for you all today based on what is going on. And of course, my transmissions are really all from a higher perspective, so I'll be intrigued to see what message wants to come through. I never know when I show up. But first of all, welcome back to all those who have been tuning into my transmissions. I truly appreciate you and your support and your beautiful comments. It means so much to me, and it's so helpful for me to hear how you are receiving these transmissions. And some of what you tell me is just phenomenal. I'm so honored to be able to bring through these codes so you can have these experiences, these transformations that are obviously really important at this time. And so I'm here in service at this time of ascension, and it's just a joy to be able to do this. It's not the easiest journey, but it's a joy. And for those who are new and haven't come across me before, or only just recently, I'm so grateful that you've found me. I always, before I sit down, I've lit my candle, I've created a beautiful sacred space, and I always say a prayer with these transmissions that this will speak to the hearts and souls of those who I'm here to assist. And if it's not for you, that's totally cool. I'm not here to please anyone, to, you know, speak something that people don't want. This is truly only for those who are called. And if you're here and you're feeling curious about this, then trust your intuition, trust the calling. And of course, always use your discernment before you listen to any of these transmissions to know if it's right for you, if it's not right for you, if it's the right time for you, not the right time for you. You are a sovereign being, and make that choice. And I'm just really grateful you're here. And I see all of this really as a partnership, as a collaboration, not something that I'm doing to you with these transmissions, but an interaction, a cosmic and divine interaction. We're all really supporting each other. We are not separate after all. So I feel like my team and my multidimensional gifts are here to really help in this sort of divine orchestration of restoring harmony at this time, and for liberation, for restoration of truth. And so I trust that what I bring through is working with your teams, your higher self, for what is most important and necessary and a benefit to you at this time, and really also truly serves the highest good, because everything is always for the highest good, right? So we'll see what wants to come through. I can feel a lot of energy building today. I've been feeling an immense light immersion, and all the transmissions I've been bringing through are for me as much as you. As I always say, what I share with you is what I'm going through and what I'm experiencing, and so the transmissions I bring through assist me too. And the last ones were really about this restoration of our gifts and this liberation of our voice, and I feel that theme is continuing. And certainly in the last week, I felt a real stepping up in my gifts that I didn't realize I had, sort of a next sort of level. So in my practices that have been so full on lately, like hours of practice, I've been doing really, really, the energy work's become much more intricate, much more complex, much more deep. So it's really fascinating. And I wonder if that's happening with you too. So let's see what wants to come through to support that process, but I feel there's more. So I'll talk a little bit about the astrology, but I'm not an astrologer. I don't really want to go just into that, but I feel it's important to mention that there's a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction happening tomorrow, which is a pretty dynamic event, and that speaks to a lot of sudden change and insights and liberation and expansion. And I'm really feeling that energy, this real expansion and real liberation. And so I'm really curious to know what's going to unfold with this. And then, of course, we have the full moon in Scorpio a few days afterwards. So that's sort of bringing truth, I feel, deeper levels of truth and revelation. But I mean, there's so much more. You can watch all the astrology videos on that. So I'm wondering what else beyond the astrology is happening and wants to come in. For me also, yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm really going through a much deeper level of embodiment. I mean, the whole process is really embodiment as far as I'm concerned. If you watch my videos, I'm always talking about our light coming into and expressed through our bodies. You know, we're becoming more luminous beings. We're integrating our light. We're integrating our multidimensionality. You know, we're not, I don't believe, here to escape the physical experience. We're here to be divine human beings, to be more embodied as our fullness, as our wholeness. And so part of this ascension process really is, I feel like, raising our frequency so much to release all that density that has kept us locked in old patterns, programs, and all the distortion. So we become more, literally become lighter and more luminous from within, but throughout this physical body. And so the body, I feel, is very much included in our spiritual experience. You know, that's the very divine feminine approach, isn't it? It's all about embodiment, about the sensuality of the body, about experiencing our divinity through our physical body in this physical plane. So I don't feel ascension is leaving that behind. Personally, it's just sort of increasing our bandwidth of what we're aware of ourselves to be, and ourselves becoming more and more less fragmented, less in separation, and more just unifying. So this process is coming back and back and back to the original, you know, truth of our wholeness, of our wholeness, with all included, our physicality included, everything brought back that has been held in that perceived separation back into union, into wholeness. And so this process is it can be really uncomfortable, because anything through the body can be really uncomfortable. And for me, through this eclipse season, I've been experiencing next level purging, like, you know, there's no tomorrow. It's crazy, like the depth of purification, this purification process, this, you know, all the heaving and all the transmuting. It's just this real intense alchemical process, and at times it can feel you know, it can knock you out. I've had really strong ascension symptoms this week, and I often hear when this is happening, when I'm going up a level. I don't like saying upper level, when I'm expanding, when I feel like I'm going through that accelerated growth and expansion in my ascension process, I hear it. I know it sounds strange, but I hear this very high pitched kind of ding, 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 like this communication, like it's a closeness to, you know, a thinning of the veil, I think, and it feels like this close, really closeness. That's all I can describe it as, and I'm feeling that, like this it almost feels like a pressure as we're bursting out, like this expansion can't be stopped now. And I'm witnessing with people that I've been speaking to and working with that there's a lot of unlocking going on still, real unlocking of our gifts, our magic. And the word I got before I came into this transmission was actually unleashed, which is interesting. So I feel like there's an unleashing, and I'll be very interested to see what wants to come through about this. So let's just get started. So I invite you to just settle if you would like to receive this light language transmission. And I'd be very curious to know what's coming through for you as you go through this eclipse window and through these April energies. And of course, I think we move into Taurus. I think it's today or tomorrow, so that might shift things a bit and ground all this into the physical a little bit more. But the conjunction, the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, is in Taurus, so that's going to be very interesting for the human vessel, for the physicality, for that's another thing, thanks for reminding me, for abundance and prosperity, for finances, for all of the tangible, you know. Let's see what wants to come through about that. Okay, so we're starting. So just center in your heart if you'd like to receive this transmission. You'll be better off really if you can have some privacy and you're not driving or distracted. That just for your benefit, you will receive so much more if you can be present. So just hearing divine timing. There's a lot of divine timing playing out here. A lot of you are worried and concerned about what's happening and what's not happening yet, not happening fast enough. So it's interesting. I'm just now clearing something from the solar plexus. Wakateshe, wakateshe, ekwakateshe, ekotekasha, kodekasha, kodekasha, kotegraheshe, kotegraheshe, kotegraheshe. Taka eshe te grota kata kshedna kata ekwakata shete ashina kata ishwatgra shete grehe. Akata korea nakasha, akata korea nakasha, akotegrahe, akotegrahe, akotegrahe. Tegrena kata ishuna kata kashana kata wakato ashina grehe. Shekeran kasha, a kodrekake hishe, a koreana kasha, koreana kasha, koreana kasha, a kodrehe, a kodrehe, a kodrehe. A kata inikata, shotagora, kata ishetegro, hunaka shetegrehete, a kata, otegrahe. Shena kategrano koshwatgrahat, otokoshwatgrehete, ekotrehete. So this is interesting, coming up to the left side of the face. Kata ishwat gorona kashet kan kata ishet rshot kata kashet oshwat gorhot ania kata ishet kata ishwat gorshana kata oshwat grana kashet grehite ikata kashet gorto kashwat kata akoshwat grahot otokoshwat grehit ishwat anokot grehit grashat gorhot anokoshwat grehi ikirana kashat ishwat groshwana kishaha shena kotoriana o kata ishet groshoto ishwat grehite Kiranu Akielana kooriana kasha, nikielana kooriana kasha, akotgreheshe, ekotgreheshe. Otgrete keshen katta kashot groshot kenikate ishot groshot grehnik shet grohot ani, ekotgrashat ishot groshot grehit, akatta koshwat grehit. Akata ishwat groshwat grehish, at groshwat grehish. Akata ishwat grona katta kashan koto ishwat grona koto ishwat grehite, ekotgrahate. Tirana kashin kutolera kashete grona kashete grota kashenia. Tigrana kashuaye, akate ishwani, akotgraheshe. Okate reshete karashant ko ishwat grosha nekate ishwat grot anakiteshe. Tigrashene kate ishina ko tigrashata ishwat grashata etigrashwat grahite. Ikate gashana kashwat grashana kate ishwat groshwat grish. Egashana koto grahite. Akateshe, katrona keshe, akotgrahete, ekotgrahete, akoshat nia, katroshwat grahe. Okate shana kate ishwat grosha kate grashwat granikete keshete grot ania. Akeshete grona kashete groshona kote ishwat grosha nakate keshete grot anikeshete grahe. So I'm really focused in, like locked into the heart and solar plexus right now. She anakotoriana, she anakotoriana, she anakotoriana, she anakotoriana. The groshwanikation, a good equalakshit, the groshan, the katakashit, ish with the groshan, a kotoish with the a good ishat, the groshwat, the indicate hot, a kashit, the grot on the kishi, the katashiniaka. It could rashat, the grot anikishi. Kirano, Kirano. Tigrana kishi, the groshan, the kata ish with the groshan, the kitikishan, the quatokishan, the kata ish with the grosh with the grishi. Ikarana kata ish with the groshan, the kata ish with the grana kashi, the grahatoshwani. Ikatrasha, the grosh with the gri. Ikatasha, the groshwani. Ikotrahasha, akotrahasha, akotrahasha. So I'm really focusing on the solar plexus, and this is about your empowerment, your return to your knowing of your power and standing in your power, calling back any power you've given away. Ariana kasha, no Koreana ki, ikirana koshwata grehete, a kata groshwata grehata kishit grot and a kateshe. I Koreana kasha, no Koreana kasha. I just keep hearing power to the people, power to the people. It's like a reclamation. Ikarashana go ishwata groshna, this unleashing. A kot grahshet grahot anisha, the grahat or to koshwat grehe. Ikot grana kashet, ishwat grona kashet, grona kato ishwat grahate hishe. Ikot grahoshwat grehete, shwat or shit he. Igerana kata kashana kata irashata ishwana kurshuna kata kashat or noya kateshe. Shayana kotoriana, shayana kotoriana, shayana kotoriana. So what I'm just sensing is like where there's like your spark, your inner spark, your life force, like your power has kind of been dimmed or even sort of quenched in some way. That is being stopped, like your spark is returning. That inner spark that you know within you that wants to become this raging fire of you, of your creative energy, of your power, of your life force energy, is now becoming unleashed. Or there's something going on here that is an unleashing or a liberation process with these energies. And it's all about your sovereignty. And it's a very body-centered thing. So what else is going on here? Ia katoia na kasha, na koria na kasha, na koria na kasha, to grohesh wat grehete, ikot grahasha, akot greheshe, ikot grahasha, ikot greheshe. Greshe de kasha na kata kasha, auto geshe na kata kasha, auto geshe na kata kasha, no kote kasha, akot greheshe, te groshot grahet. Akata kata kasha, ta kote na kote wat kasha, na kote wat kasha, no kote wat geshe na auto hisha, ta kote geshe wat greheshe. Akata ishe na kata ishe, ta kasha na kasha, ta ishe na kasha, na kote ishe wat na kata ishe wat grosh, ta na kata kosh wat grohot anekeshe. Ariana kasha noria ka o kut grehene keshe te keshe a koreana kasha te grehete keshe e kut greheshe e kut greheshe e kut greheshe o kateshe na kata kasha te groshot en kut greheshe te grehete. So I'm just sensing for a lot of you, there's going to be sort of a new sense of freedom, of liberation that you haven't experienced before. Akate karashana kachwa te grona kate kasha te grona kasha te grehete. What the grana kasha te groshot et nikoto ishwa te grosha te grehete. Kotekeshata ish watakrosh watakresh. Kuakate keshe te koshone keshe. Ikuata keshe te keshe. Kerakate keshe nakate ish watakrosh nakate ish watakrosh ish nikate ish watakrosh 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 nikote ish watakrosh watani. So your divine truth is emerging is what I'm hearing. So like this more of actually who you truly are, really been able to come to the fore now, really like your spark igniting. Sheyo, 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 sheyo. Dagarana koshwa de greshe, Tokorana kasha, Otoko niakata kashinia kua, Akatigrana koshwa kishi, Ikitigrana koshwana, Ikoriana kasha, Ikotrahishete grahete. So I'm really still locked into the solar plexus of the heart now, so let's just stay here for a moment as I think we're closing. I feel like this is a lot for your solar plexus, your power, but I did do something around the mental area. It's just, I'd be interested to hear how you experience that. I feel there's some sense of, you know, real allowing for your expansion, your liberation, coming more into your fullness. This surging energy, I feel like a surging uplifting of your power, your empowerment. So I'm just hearing that some of you are going to have like discover talents you didn't know you had. It's quite cool. So this is all part of the same theme I feel like I've been bringing through since the last ones. This is much more about power and liberation. So it's interesting. So let's see if there's anything else before I close this. So what I've just heard is that it's time to experience more of the divine within the body, through the body, which is what I was saying. You know, really bringing all of us, all of that which is our wholeness. There's no, you know, it's just all one, all of the one, all within this inner union, this inner unification, which I know is the process anyway. But that's interesting that it's a specific sort of focus on that at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see what emerges in the coming days or weeks. Let's just see if there's anything else. No, that's it. We are complete. So I'm just feeling that it's the word restoration still is still strong. And I'm just feeling a real beautiful burst of light, like this real expansion, breakthrough. Yeah, liberation, that's what I'm feeling. These are the words, you know, expansion, liberation, expression. It's just wonderful. So that makes sense with Jupiter-Uranus energies. So maybe that's what's wanting to come through today, assistance with integrating all of that, aligning with that in the highest best way for you. But I'd be really intrigued to see how you interpret it, because of course your experience is your experience, and trust that, even if it's contrary to anything I've said. You know, it could be something that I've brought through that is working with you in a completely different way, and that's actually what you need. So trust that, and I would love to hear. So I'm going to close this transmission. Kirano, Kirano. Okay, so we're just doing a bit of tuning up, calibration here. I can actually feel, gosh, such strong energy coming through my hands. So let's just see what we're doing here as we close. So I'm feeling like the energy of like a firework display, you know, beautiful firework display. Interesting. Okay, beloveds, I'm going to close now. With so much gratitude, I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you if you're still here watching. Thank you. I really appreciate your engagement and you just being here. I trust and pray this truly serves you in the highest, best way that's right for you. Thank you for all your comments. Please feel free to comment and like and subscribe if that feels resonant for you. And check out my free offerings and the work I do if that interests you at all. My website is quite new, so you might not have seen it. There's quite a few options I've made for different people on different stages of their journey, so I welcome you to explore that if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'm going to be here as often as I can, bringing through these transmissions for you. And I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. Until next time, enjoy these dramatic transits and yeah, take care.